start?
Thank you, Danny. Yeah, sure, I can start. I'm in Romania. It's 10 a.m. in the morning, so I'm feeling really energized, and it's like a bit unusual to have morning meetings. So this is kind of a new reason to celebrate for me. I'm noticing the different level of energy and engagement that's coming through me at this time comparing to later times during the day. Happy to see all of you here. Some of you I haven't seen in a meeting before, so nice to meet you, Basil. Um, Yeah, I'm excited for this celebration of seeds. I'm excited about Seeds Academy starting. I've been a bit of part of contributed to that, and I'm grateful for all the work Danny has put into that. So excited to see it happening and hope a lot of people will join. Yeah, that's me, and I pass it on. Shall I pass it on to someone else? Okay, I pass it on to Martina then.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm actually at the moment in Germany still. It's early morning, first call in the morning. I'm feeling quite good today in the last days, but I've been in a bit of a roller coaster the last few months. So I'm super happy to feel better now. And I haven't had the chance to join the last few months. So this is one of the first meetings again, and I take it fresh, and I was super happy to join the academy as well, and very much looking forward to the live session today. And it's always so good to meet you guys. And I'll pass it on to Amanda. Are you able to speak?
Hi guys.
Maybe someone else. I can't. Oh yeah.
Hello. Good morning. Sorry, I've got 3 little kids. I'm trying to get ready for school. But I'm really happy to be here and listening in and hearing all of you. Yes, and hopefully I can participate a little bit more when the kids are at school.
Okay. How much time do we have until you go to until you drop them off?
I need to drop them off in half an hour.
Okay, so just let me know for this time.
Okay. Thank you. See you later.
Okay, then Basil, do you want to check in and then I take over?
Sure. Hi, Irina, Martina, Amanda. We haven't really met yet. I've been deep in the lab, in the cave, working hard. So tomorrow is the first year birthday of WhySEEDS, November 5th, the 5th of November. And so I've been working to put together an experimental live, how do you call it, mixed reality experience. So tomorrow, starting at 1 p.m. Central European time, we're going to be having a host. One of my co-producers, Eva Pascual in Barcelona, she'll be doing 8 hours on her frequency as a standard stage. And so it'll be a series of panel, or not panels really, but like broadcasts and conversations with different people about different technologies they're working on, and also just different philosophies around perception of thought and energy and how to heal. And then it's going to kick over to America, and we have we have 2 panels, one called Going Back to Go Forwards, and this is going to be on the transformation economy, right? Experience economy. So we'll have Ava on that with several other people, and then there'll be a panel from future thinkers on defining the rules of game B. So that'll be interesting. And Yohim, our Do game developer, our Haifa game developer, is going to be on that. And then after that, we'll have LA, New York, and my control center here in Tulsa. I'll be at a studio with full production broadcast stuff, controlling our live stream that I created on Twitch. And what we're doing is we're going to be sending that live stream into two or three different VR spaces we've been working on. And so when you go to Seeds Live, you can see the, you can click through and go to those. I'll show you today what those are like. And then we'll just be having a series of program, DJs, live art, sound healing, inventors and poets, all kinds of stuff. And then from tomorrow, then we can just use all of our creativity to like figure out what we want to do, because now there's no limit. The sky is no longer the limit. So you guys can have whatever idea you want, and pretty much we can create that reality, I think, pretty much. So let's keep going. Kim is not here. Who else? Martina, did you go?
Yes, everyone went already, so it's back to me then.
Okay.
Yes, I'm really excited. Although we are a small group, which is, you know, when we have these morning calls for everyone who's coming in the morning the first time, it's a little bit less, but it gives us the room for being a bit more intimate and a bit more deeper in our conversation, which is nice. So for me, the check-in is, I'm really excited about this event. The last year was really exciting. I heard the first time about Seeds in early December when I met Franz and Lisa at a conference in Barcelona, and Eva was there as well, which is funny. And yeah, and at that time, my mind was still like not really grasping what Seeds is about and how we can really manifest this new vision of our world together. And then it took me a few weeks to really come on board. And since, I guess, in April, I'm co-creating with so many great, amazing people like you guys. And I really hope that we can reach out to so many more and bring this into a reality big time. And in a year when we celebrate the next birthday, we are having a stable community and currency and can really create amazing things. So I'm looking forward to that. So it's the first birthday, but it's also kind of a, I would say, launching prototype event. Additionally, we're starting with the Seeds Academy tomorrow, which is also a prototype first, but you know, we're holding space for letting unfold what wants to unfold. And I think this process, what we're learning or maybe unlearning to allow ourselves to create, but also leave open the results, is a really new way for many of us to play together. And it's really wonderful to see, even when we start a prototype or we're still discussing how we want to roll out prototypes, everyone who's coming and adding towards and contributes towards it is bringing new wonderful aspects to it, and it's becoming so much more than the first initial thought we're having about it. So that's what I really love about also this group and about Seeds in general. And yeah, Basil and I, we talked before for today for the Global Ambassador Call what we could do here. And we wanted to share our intentions or our purpose again in maybe 30 seconds or I don't know, Basil, how much time you think is the best, but I think
let's just let's just do one question at a time, or one person at a time, and then we'll ask the two questions. So the first question will be, you know, why did you join Seeds, or why did you join Seeds? And let's start with that question. So how about why don't we start with you, Danny?
Yes, I can start. Can you hear me well? Okay, why did I join SEEDS? The first moment I heard about SEEDS, I felt that the way people are co-creating in SEEDS and the vision the people are holding together for SEEDS is actually the really first time where this this wisdom we're carrying in ourselves from the given nature wisdom, but also the connection to spirit, the connection to indigenous wisdom, everything that I am passionate about these days, connected with the modern technology and the a vision of creating a new world together with these two elements, like how can we become more connected in humanity and in nature and regenerative, but also how to use the tools that are available now in our modern society. That was really catching me. So this combination of the old wisdom of the spiritual approach, but also the technology and the tools that we have. And then I learned, I got to know the people in SEEDS better. And I really was very amazed, and I couldn't believe how much in alignment everyone was with this one purpose and vision to co-create together a decentralized community for the better, for everyone and nature together and the planet and the universe. So mainly it's really that I had this deep sense, this deep trust, we can do this together in this. So yeah, let's put it in these words first. And that's the reason why I joined, because I really had the trust and the feeling that with these people and the vision and the tools we're having here, we can really create a change and manifest this new paradigm, as we say.
Perfect. Okay, so let's welcome who came in. Martin.
Martin joined. Good morning, Martin. I don't know whether you can hear us. So Martin, if you can hear us, do you want to check in? Bad internet? Okay, then just listen in for a while and then we see how your internet goes. We're doing like very short videos for Basil's day today. I will post the link again, where we talk about why did you join SEEDS? So you will be then the last one, Martin, if your connection is better at that time. Nice to have you here this morning. Okay, Basil, back to you.
Okay, so let's go to Irina.
Yeah, thanks, Basil. So why I joined? First of all, because the invitation came from a trusted source. And this was like a good reason for starting to explore. If I was just seen or someone just would have said, okay, this is about cryptocurrency and more, I think I would have been a bit skeptical. So the entry point really supported me in exploring this further. And another thing that brought me here is my relation with the financial system, which our actual financial system that is in the world now, which I've never felt aligned with, and always thought that there can be a better way. So once this better way appeared, I was like really excited about it, and it was even more than that to see that the alternative currency is not just a currency, but it's like a lot of wonderful people trying to do governance in a different way and trying to contribute and cooperate differently. And I think this is like very special, and it's kind of getting closer to my vision and maybe that will be another question. I don't know. Yeah, and so I'm really excited about what I found in seeds and all the amazing people that are here that I'm learning a lot from, and hopefully I can contribute to this movement.
Great, 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 great. Okay, let's talk to Martina now.
Thank you, Basil. I hope you can hear me because my Wi-Fi is also quite unstable. Okay, thanks. Why I joined Seeds? It's because my professional background, I worked in the field of business development and project management and all these kind of things. And then the last few years, I lived in an ashram, and this is really a passion to find out who I truly am and ancient wisdoms and self-realization. And it's funny, when Danny brought me to Seeds, I felt this is the perfect combination of both, of what I experienced in the ashram and what my passion is, and like what I've done in the past professionally. And on top of that, it's just the perfect combination. And I like the movement of movements, which means bringing a lot of different projects and companies and people together which are already working in a similar field, like in a field of regenerating the planet and humanity. And it's just a perfect combination to multiply what we are all doing and to enrich and increase magnitude of what we are doing. And I do believe that Seeds is really the perfect platform at the moment, which brings all these different aspects together in a very beautiful way, in a very humble and loving way. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. Okay. Let's see. I joined Seeds because I imagined Seeds. I visualized it, and I've been working on it for 6 years before I came to Seeds. And I was about to launch Community Token in a city as a trial for regenerative tokenomics in a whole systems integrated way with the food systems and the artists and the healers here in Tulsa. But I didn't have, the blockchain team or the devs. I had the devs, but I didn't have really the blockchain team or the economists. So when a global world super connector that I know connected me on Earth Day, I think it was. Anyway, I think it was the day after Earth Day that I was on a meeting when I first came to Seeds, and immediately I was 100%, and that's more like 100 hours a week of what I've been spending the last 6 months, really working to manifest. And so today is just a little tease. But yeah, that's why I came to Seeds, because then I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to create anything. I could just come in and not have to worry about being the CEO or a leader. I could just serve. And I could trust that the people I was around were serving in a similar manner. And so I didn't have to worry about the old world paradigm that I have no interest in participating in. I retired from that at 19. And I spent most of my life trying to figure out how to not work on it until I finally just gave up. And I said, I can't work on it. And so until Seeds is birthing, there was no way for someone like me to actually perform in the world, because I won't work for money. I just won't. I don't do that. So yeah, so now we have Seeds, so I can work now. It's good. So the next question is, but maybe this group is going to be hard, but it's going to be interesting. This is a question. How do you explain seeds to your grandma? Who has an idea? Anybody? Think about it for a minute. How are you going to explain seeds to your grandmother? Or a 5-year-old?
I can start. I can give it a try. So my grandmother is not alive on this planet anymore, but I'm still talking to her regularly. So in my conversation with my grandma, and she would ask me, what is this seed? I would probably say something like, imagine a world where everyone is equal, where we are living in relation to nature as being part of nature, and in relation to spirit and the universe and all natural cycles and, you know, all these elements and rhythms that are existing, but we have almost forgotten what we are a part of. So imagine this world where we as humans live together in a community for each other, and where we support each other, and where everyone can thrive and can unfold their passions and their greatest potential to just be who they came here to be and for what they came here to be, to play this game and dance this dance of life on planet Earth. And Seeds is offering a system, and is offering a space, is offering tools to be able to live this dream. So we are creating a currency which is more an exchange system for sharing with each other what we're passionate about, for supporting each other to make it happen for everyone to thrive and create the life we want to live. But mainly also, and this is important in this time, I guess, to not harm nature, animals, other human beings on this planet, and to make it possible that we turn the actual status around, that this planet will be a beautiful home for all creatures forever in a lifetime. I guess that's how my grandmother will understand it.
Okay, Irina, do you have a way to say it?
Yeah, I can explore that a bit. If I imagine a discussion with my grandmother, and I will say to her, Grandma, do you remember when we were talking about your life and you were telling me stories from your childhood when people in the village were really kind and helpful one to another, and you were enjoying the times and you didn't feel anything's missing, and life was beautiful. If you can imagine that village, then what Seeds is doing, it's creating that village for everyone in the world, like globally. And this is what I will say to my grandma.
Great, great, great. Okay, okay, Martina, your turn.
Yeah. Spontaneously, what comes up is that same grandma, rest in peace. But what's also important for us now is living in peace. I do believe that peace is our inner peace, is our nature. And I do believe that we are all here on this planet to experience life and living as a human being. And we're here to lift each other up and to rise up together and to live and experience the highest expression of who we truly are. And I think with seeds, we are on a good way. And yeah, I just want to give it a try if it's really possible. And what I can see and what I experienced so far, it is. And yeah, I'm really up for it. Let's co-create together peace on earth, living in peace, not only resting in peace. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Christina. Christine, where are you?
She might have a little bit unstable internet connection as well. Let's see.
Oh.
How is it going with Amanda? Are you able to speak now?
Amanda's still around.
Oh, Christine's audio doesn't work.
Oh no.
Are you on the computer, Christine, or on your phone? Okay, so maybe you hang up again and dial in again. And when you dial in the beginning, your phone asks you which audio you will use. Maybe you just switch to another one. Oh, you're writing me, you're going to the computer probably. Okay, she's coming back. Okay, good. And Amanda is, I guess, dropping off her kids still. Okay. So, but maybe we can, bridge the time with one more question, which is interesting for the ambassadors, is like, what is your passion to, what do you want to play, or how do you want to play as an ambassador in SEEDS? You know, because there's also so many different ways. And I think especially Martina and Irina, they have both already, you know, played a little bit with us, so they know a little bit better what's going on here. So maybe Irina and Amanda. No, I'm sorry.
Let's guide that a little bit.
Yeah.
So essentially, when you come into SEEDS, you're a new seed. We all start as a seed, and we get to choose the way that we want to grow. And so now we have a platform that every seed that plants in the SEEDS platform gets to choose the way they want to grow. And it could be anything. If you want to be a global rock star, that's okay. You just want to be a farmer, that's even better. But it's all important. So yeah, like how do you want to show up in you know, in the short term, long term, maybe you don't know, but definitely definitely to try to imagine like how you want to participate in the community. It's your community.
So what would be the question, Basil?
As an ambassador, how do you want to show up to manifest or to you know, use your passion, your purpose, your talents, your profession, your vocation to apply for helping the ecosystem of SEEDS grow? Is that too long?
It's perfect.
Anybody? Okay. How about Martina?
Thank you, Basil. Yeah, I'm still kind of finding how I want to serve, and but it's a combination of what I said in the beginning, that what I love with SEEDS, that it's a movement of movements, and I'm bringing different projects and people and alliances together just to multiply what they are doing. And for me, this is really the power of seeds, that it's decentralized and that it's global and holonic, and yeah, and this is also what I've done in the past to generate partnerships and cooperations and bring people together, and also the aspect of organizing things and project managing projects and developing products. I'd like to also serve in a way to more awareness for conscious living, which is more for me than mindful living. It's really living consciously, or to experience who we truly are, and that our nature is unconditional love, that we are freedom, and that we are inner peace, and that we are joy, and that is already here, and that we don't really have to do anything for it. It's just our nature. I'm not sure yet how I can serve in this area, but yeah, I'm very open to find out, and really looking forward to co-create with you. So if there are any ideas, just let me.
May I ask what your experience or study was?
Yeah, I mean, back then I studied economics, but I've worked more than 15 years in the fields of, let's say, project management. It was mainly some kind of business consulting in the fields of apps or websites or communities and video communities and these kind of things. And I was mainly always in the field of consulting and account management, or let's say project management, broader field. So always in the digital area of.
So like CRM and all of that, you're good with the software.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
You're good with the software, the database softwares, and all of that stuff. QuickBooks, everything.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, good.
Yeah, not so much that. It was always more the field of consulting the client, so the first contact to the client, and then working with all the different departments, with the technical design and conception. But I was always more the first contact to the client, so the business consulting part and contracts and
I would like you to come.
yeah, accounting, all of that.
So now we're finally, with this event, we're starting up the prototype vision that I came to Seeds with, which is for the decentralized studio, the global studio. And so we're going to start the fun story mapping process soon, where everybody gets to be part of the vision craft for how we're going to capture the story of humanity. Capture, preserve, protect, and present for generations to come. So we all get to be part of this this process. So I would love you to just come sit in and like watch, play, participate, and then ultimately in the coming months, then to sort of look for how you can actually help as like a leader with project management and things like that, because we need that sort of skill set for sure. Okay, Irina.
Yeah, very, very happy.
Yeah, so as an ambassador, I think currently I feel that I need to go deeper into understanding the financial world, so that to be able to comprehend and explain to others why seeds is so valuable and why it makes a real difference. And my background is a bit technical, so I'm an engineer, so this kind of financial stuff is something that I need to go a bit deeper in. And I've started doing that, and things are becoming more clear. And by doing that, my intention is to be able to spread the word in my area and in my region about seeds, eventually support the creation of projects that are using seeds and that are based on this kind of governance. Um, yeah, I would love to see that in my area, and hopefully I can contribute to that um, in my region. And that's why I have this interest a bit in following the discussion about bioregions and ecosystems and how things are evolving in that area. I also have an interest for mapping, so I kind of joined a bit Paulo's group with looking at the system entirely from a bigger picture, which I always like to do. In order to understand it in details, I need to see like the entirety of it. In the same time, I hope I can bring some of my skills and my experience. I've worked also with a bit of project management, so I worked in energy, nuclear energy for 10 years, and there are some big projects that I worked on, I what I can take of that experience is like working with complex and really expensive projects in this world. Yeah, so I think this is where my passion for seeing things at a bigger level comes from, and I'm finding the way to contribute with this in Seeds now.
Great. So have you been in any meetings with Kiala and Yohim?
Yeah, actually, Kiala was the one who invited me to Seeds, so I know him.
Okay, good. Yeah, so it starts with the economic system, and then now we can start to move into implementation. And so all of the local food systems infrastructural stuff, that will be a marketplace driven activity, but we'll be building the whole system from the operations on the ground and the sensing and the IoT, and then all of that trusted data from sourcing going to our regenerative marketplaces. And then we'll be using all of our artistic skills to like push that out. So that's going to be really fun. Where are you again?
I'm in Romania.
Okay, good. All right, great. Okay, so Christine, I'm glad that you joined the party. Let's just do a quick check-in. We've got like 15 minutes. We can go a little late for some of us, and then we'll get Kobe too. So, but let's start with Christine on quick check-in.
Yes. Maybe just very shortly for me. So welcome to Christine, Kobe, and Drigo, and maybe Nyla and Victoria will also join because they were in the link from last week, other call. So I will post again in the chat the different questions. So what we're doing right now is we are answering several questions, which we would like to ask you to also answer in parts. So the first question, as you can see in the chat, is why did you join Seeds? The second one is, how do you explain Seeds to your grandmother? And then the third one, if you feel like answering the third one as well, is as an ambassador, how do you want to show up to use your passion, purpose, talent, vocation to apply for helping growing this ecosystem? So maybe you can just start with very naturally, just really saying, why did you join Seeds? And then how do you explain it to your grandmother? And then we go for the next question.
Oh wait, Christine, can you turn your monitor down a little bit?
Down?
Yeah, just so that you have a little space on your head, just like here. Yeah, like that. Perfect.
Okay. Wow, big questions early morning. I didn't prepare for that, but let's see. Why did you join Seeds? Well, as a mother, I'm, thinking about the future of my little child. And right now it doesn't look too promising as it stands right now. So when Danny told me about seeds, I was all for it. I'm like, wow, regenerative, ecosystem. And we can actually all contribute no matter what we carry as a medicine within and join together to have a future on this planet. So I think that's a pretty big reason to join seeds. I totally stand behind all that is coming from seeds. Not everything I understand yet, especially what comes from Haifa, but I'm working on it. And then how would I explain seeds to my grandmother? She lives in Eastern Germany and would probably not understand a thing, but I'm trying. Well, I would probably say that it has a movement like this, and I'm better in shapes and movements as I'm a movement teacher. So it's something that goes out and comes back, a circle. That we can all contribute, and it comes back to us, and then we contribute and it comes back to us. It's not less us giving and then needing to pay for giving. So yeah, I think in a dance I would probably be able to do better in explaining. And now we come to the third question. As an ambassador, I believe in the movement medicine of our body and moving through pain and trauma within that to all raise our vibration. And if we all do this together, I mean, the power of that is just, amplified. So I'm dreaming that we one day will all be in one room dancing together as we stand, and not doing it all online, but praying for that. It will come. The day will come. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's skip the last question for now, and let's welcome Victoria.
Yes, there was a bit of confusion about the link because we were on the other one, but I'm sure Kobe already said that.
Yeah, I wanted to control the meeting today. No, just running a little video controls here. So, and Kobe, let's start with Kobe, and let's ask. We're asking questions, Victoria, about why did you join SEEDS, and then how do you explain SEEDS to your grandmother? Those are the main questions. So we'll do like one-on-one, but we're going to start with Kobe right now.
If you lose me at some point, I'll close my camera. Just raise your hand or something, because it's not been working so great. Why we joined SEEDS is because we were looking online for things that resonate with what we're doing. We always look for partners and ecosystems to join. And when we saw SEEDS, it was like something that we were always looking for. When I dug a bit more and I saw decentralization, open source, democracy, digital tools. Oh. Thank you, Danny. I hope it's better. And it's something that really resonated with us. And we said, yeah, we definitely want to be part of it. So we joined. And from the moment we joined, we're falling deeper into it, or maybe rising higher in it. I don't know, like it feels very good, all the people here and what we are trying to do. And it's completely aligned. And why we joined, that's why we joined. And how I would explain to the grandmother, one died before I was born, the other one died just a bit after I was born. So I don't know them. So in general, to an older
Go
person,
to a 5-year-old. Like, how would you
yeah,
explain
that's
to a kid?
Yeah. I will explain that some things are wrong. The change is a constant, and therefore there's a movement here trying to make change on some of those things that are wrong. And there's better ideas and better solutions to do things that in the past we did in a different way. I would go with that line. And thank you very much for giving the opportunity to say all that as well and think about it.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so Victoria, you've been around for a long time, and let's hear what you have to say about why you joined Seeds.
Well, I don't think I'm here that long, but thanks. Yes, well, initially it came up on my Facebook somehow, and since I got dive into more in that regenerative and sustainability issues in the last 2 years, I thought that's something made me kind of interested. I'm very new to crypto, so still a lot to learn about it, but I like the idea that seeds offered rewards for doing good. And also I am working with an organization in Zimbabwe, and I thought like that would be a good opportunity as well to help them through this platform. And since joining, we're already working with a couple of more organizations within Zimbabwe and Africa. And at the moment, we are trying to figure out how to use seeds as a payment method over there. And as far as I know, basically, you are going to do some videoing down there at my project and Mengwende Orphan Care Trust. So I'm looking forward to see what comes out of it. And that would also help to kind of answer the question how you can explain it to your grandmother. If you can explain that to the people there why seeds is good, then there is a very good situation they are going to join. What I would say to her, that's a good question. I would say that if she's helping the environment by, I don't know, planting more flowers and leaving longer grass and cover the ground and feed the birds, that seeds would help her getting some pocket money, probably, maybe, I don't know, but thank you very much. And I don't know who was speaking or who left. I saw that Nila just joined, so I just pass it to Nila.
Yeah, pass it to Nyla. Let's ask her why she joined Seeds.
Oh, I joined Seeds because I am a passionate environmentalist. And the more you dive into the environmental issues and how to solve them, the more you realize you can't solve them while existing in the economic system that we all live in. And then, you know, trying to find solutions. Well, then the government needs to punish the people who are doing the bad things, but the bad thing people are actually financing the politicians, and there's no way out of it. And it's kind of just a very frustrating loop. And then when I was introduced to Seeds, it became very clear that the solution was to get out of that loop, and that getting out of the economic loop that we're in is the only way to solve all of the environmental issues that I've been trying to solve for years. This is the route, and this is where we have to begin, with a seed.
Okay, very good. So now you, as the storyteller, should have a great answer for the next question. How do you explain seed to your grandmother?
How do I explain seeds to grandma? Say, Gram, it's technology. It uses technology to make sure that the people and the organizations that are doing right by each other and the planet are adequately rewarded. And the best way to do that is make sure that we are all part of the same co-creation process. Everyone has a voice, including the planet. How do you like them apples, Graham?
Okay, very good. Okay, Drigo, I haven't met you yet. Let's see here.
Yes. Hi.
Where are you calling
Hello.
from?
I'm calling in from Jakarta, Indonesia.
Okay.
Not too far from Bali, where some of the team is based. And I didn't know that the call was open, but I just checked and Danny said that it was open to everyone. So I was thinking about applying for an ambassador, and I still am. Super passionate about seeds. It's kind of taken over my life for the last 2 or 3 weeks since I discovered it. I've been like going in deep and really loving it. It's amazing. And so I've neglected my other 2 jobs, which I should probably get back to a little bit, but it's been really, really fascinating. So I'm a part of a small crypto group that's based in Ubud with a few members around the world. And somebody had mentioned the project there. So somebody was filming, I think maybe Reiki in Ubud, and he just mentioned it. And I checked it out, looked into it, and really loved everything about it. I've been kind of focused on how to tackle some of the world's big problems in my spare time, and I really feel like the financial system needs to be changed, and that we need a much better set of economic system to incentivize regenerative economy. So, and every other project that I've sort of been excited about in the past doesn't have the same sort of technical capabilities and the same kind of vision and capacity, I feel. So like got super excited about Thrive a long time ago, about, various movements, Occupy movement, about, a bunch of different movements, but this is kind of the one that I've seen that actually has some awesome and real potential, I feel, to it. So I've been digging in and really, really love it. My grandmas aren't around anymore, but I recently had a baby girl a few months ago, and I think I would describe seeds to her as a better currency, and a currency that people can use, that's quick, that's easy, that's that really incentivizes the right things, that's not created by far off centralized organizations that we don't know much about. And I think probably by the time she's 5 years old, it'll be a lot more common. So might not have to explain too much. I guess the last thing, I'm not an ambassador yet, but the way I'm using it already and the way that I'm planning to use it is, so I have 2 projects right now that are in operation, 2 eco lodges. One that's in a beautiful little archipelago north of Jakarta called the Thousand Islands, and we run 100% on solar. It's an amazing, beautiful little place. So because in Indonesia, I think the cryptocurrency law is that we can't use crypto for exchanging goods and services, I was thinking maybe we can give it as a bonus to our team. Maybe that's one way, is that we can talk to them about cryptocurrency, encourage them to buy some, maybe match their purchase with some seeds, and maybe offer it also as kind of a gift for our loyal customers who come out there. And the other project is also an eco lodge, but it's based on a hill surrounded by a forest. So maybe we would do something similar in that department. But I'm currently trying to brainstorm with some of the other Indonesian members on what we would do in that respect.
So thank you for that. So I've already started to use seeds in payment systems for professional services in America here. And the way I call it is I'm adding seeds value. So what I'm doing is I'm taking commercial, like US dollar budgets, taking some of that, putting it into seeds. And then I'm paying people in US dollar, and then I'm adding seeds value. So in Indonesia, the team that I had shoot Reiki and Ronnie and all them out there, paying them in US dollar because they need that, right? But and I can add seeds value. So I think the way that we do it for the near term across the board, across the world, in every community, is that we cannot replace the current systems in those places, but we can start to add value. So when I started my project in Thailand in a Thai farmer community with hill tribes about how am I going to do this? Well, I can't disrupt the market by just paying people more money. I'll get shot. But what I can do is I can start to incentivize their behaviors. So like, for instance, when the farmers are planting trees in the land project, or teaching the children, or working with these French artists I brought in, or whatever, they can get that value back. So I started to plan it all out there way before Seeds. Now Seeds actually makes that possible. So now we get to go back to these projects around the world and develop these whole systems, infrastructures that actually take their product to market, incentivize them for not using chemicals, and we meet their bottom line with what they're used to, local currency,
right?
Keep that the same, and then add the value.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, oh, free money. Okay.
Yeah.
I went and planted some trees. Oh, I didn't cut down a tree. Oh, I didn't poach some animals. Or, oh, the ecosystem is better. And then we have, we can automate this for them. So I think that's the thing, because if we start telling people that we're doing all, then they get confused, and it's too much for them. So instead, it's just we add value. So we're adding Seeds value, and we want to plant. We want to plant seeds, and that's the one thing that we can explain to any person on the planet. You have to plant seeds before they can grow and yield fruit and make more seeds. And once we teach people in that sort of basic human DNA understanding of life, it's in our DNA, then it's like across the board, everybody can understand that, oh, yeah, plant seeds. Oh, invest in the seeds in order to get food. But that means I have to plant them, and I don't have anything until the fruit comes. And so when we teach people to get back into the pay it forward cycle, give, take, and reharmonize the balance, then everybody, regardless of language, understands the give and the take, the yin and the yang. If you drink this wine and you keep drinking, it's going to go down. So, you have to put it back in somehow. How do we do that? Well, we plant seeds and they grow naturally. It's life. So we just let it grow, and then we yield the fruit, and we don't take too many, because we also know that if we take too many, then it causes problems. It's just basic agriculture. And we can do that now with our economy because of blockchain. So that's really exciting. So definitely let's explore that to see if that kind of measurement will work for how we work with the islands, because I spent 4 years shooting across the islands in Indonesia with the slaves in the Thai fishing industry for a film called Ghost. Paul Allen, his company, Vulcan, it was his last project before he died. And on that film, there's these islands that are completely remote. I'm like, how do we support those islands to preserve their area, their ecosystem, and the ocean around them, Palau and all of these, islands. And so if we can do this, and we're going to start with storytellers, because that's the fastest. Content, money, quest, bounty, content, value. And so when we create the network with the content, then we can issue all of these assignments to the field across the board. And then we can start to activate all the storytellers in the communities to start telling the story of what's going on. Agriculture is infrastructure, industry is infrastructure, all of that's infrastructure. Media content with the phone, easy. So we just like fast track the process of like turning the transactions and getting it out in microtransactions through the D Studio engine that we're building now in Haifa. And so we want everybody here and beyond to come in on that project, because that's how we tell the story of humanity. That's like 8 billion people can like participate on that one, I think.
Nice.
So this is going to be good. So what else? Who else do we have here? David's in now. Very good. Very good. David, where are you?
Hi, good morning. I'm here in London, really foggy today. I'm on the move, a little bit noisy. So I think I'm going to be all ears by now. But good to see you all.
can you explain why you joined Seeds, to give us a little insight?
Well, I'll try to, and if it's getting noisy, just let me know. Why? Because I think we share all the same purpose here. We want to build up a better planet for our kids, for the future generations. And
Oh, you cut out. Yeah, I think the connection's bad. Okay. So this was good. We're actually 10 minutes over the original time. I want to make sure we get as much story here. I think we're good. Were there any other, let's see, did I lose somebody? Where did our original host go? Danny disappeared.
Yeah, Danny apologized that she needed to go to another meeting. She wrote on the chat.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, well then we can check out. Let's just do, okay, let me show you guys something. If you just hold on for like 3 minutes, and I'm going to share screen. And so essentially, we have, do you see this? Okay, so so what we got here is, let me just reload it. So in seedslive.com, I will put a chat in, more chat. So go to seedslive.com, and then today, after this meeting, I'm going to get some sleep, and then in a few hours, oh, actually soon. What time is it in CET?
It's right now 10 o'clock at CET.
Okay, so at 1 o'clock, Eva in Barcelona is going to start to transmit her programming, and so it's going through our Twitch stream and then out to our YouTube live, maybe, but definitely through our Seeds Live Twitch, and then we're broadcasting that into here. And what you can't see right now is that over my head, over my little blue avatar, in the future iterations, you know, we'll have the avatars. It was a little buggy today, but there's a screen over my head with my image on it. And I can communicate with the positional sound, but you can also see my face. So this is a new web VR platform so that we can do VR in browser. And I'm going to click to another one so it's more built out. But anyway, there's no limits to what we can do here.
That's so exciting. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, well, this is with no anything effort or money put into it. This is pure passion. So so following this, when we can actually start paying our artists and let's see here, yeah. So yeah. So there's no limit to what we can do. So we're going to be creating all of our teaching spaces, bioregional spaces, meeting rooms in a 2D space, as well as in a XR, VR kind of space like this. But the main thing here is tomorrow for our programming is we have live events in Barcelona, or live broadcasts from Barcelona, New York, LA, Tulsa, maybe Costa Rica. We'll bring in people from around the world through our Zoom. I have a full professional broadcast, New Tech TriCaster 2 set up, getting set up right now, so that we can live mix like we're CNN or something. not really, but you know, closer to that. But the idea is that we have these events happening in New York, DJ, live art. I'm going to have spoken word artists in Tulsa, and then in LA, it's going to be speakers and panels, and then and we start the day after Eva does all of her panels or all of her stuff in the morning, which is at 1 p.m. CET for 8 hours. After her, then we kick over to our panels out of Toronto and British Columbia, led out of those places. So that's that. So so we have this created by Ozone, and then we also have let's see here, stop share, and then we also have in Alt Space VR. We have another world. It's our Zen Garden, and so I'm going to share again. This is, you know, this has got Microsoft money behind it, so you know they've got a lot of people. But the one developer that did this for us, you know, he was working on the BRC Black Rock City VR experience in both of these organizations were working on Burning Man. That's how I met both of them. So do you see this? Yes. Okay. So we're going to go to our world, Seeds and Garden. So tomorrow we're going to be doing crazy stuff where we're like streaming broadcast out of VR back into YouTube Live. So we're going to be going like full circle. The music's a little loud.
This ambient sound is from the environment inside?
Yeah, I put a track in there from Dr. Steven Schwartz.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see here. How do I get through? Oh, there's a thing in the way. Okay. No, let me through. Let me through. Oh, I need to tell him there's a thing in the way. Okay. When you're in Oculus, then you can. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. So we have this space here. Oh God, it's really loud. Oh, I know why it's loud. My TV's loud. Okay, there we go. All right, so this space is quite expansive. Trying to figure out how to get to the other areas here. So we have Buddha, monk. Yeah. So anyway, the point here is we can do anything. This was all done like in a week. Yeah. Anyway, there's more spaces in here, but I can't find the entrances. But tomorrow in the evening for you guys, then the designer will be up. He's in LA. So let me quit that. But when you go to Seeds Live, you'll be able to you know, find the Twitch feed. You can go to the YouTube, and then you can try to go into these worlds, and then we'll have a live Zoom on all day, so you can just like call in. We'll be running our panels through that, so we might not bring you on, but I think I'll probably also set up a Whereby chat room for people just to like jump into for technical questions, and we'll have and it's just full play. So this is all like, don't pay attention too much to the execution, more on like the technology and the technique and like what we can do with it, and then we just like from here until forever we'll be using these, especially with our trusted layers of like who comes in. Then we can like bring children in, we can bring parents, you know, we can bring the people together in a trusted environment for teaching spaces. and live events. And then the Seeds API on our Ozone world will bring Ozone into the collaboratory with D Studio while we're developing our sort of upstream processes to gather the content. Then all of our downstream will go out to a lot of platforms. But the key is that we want to start to develop the platforms to be in game B as far as the economics go. So yeah, it was just thrown together. I've been working on it internally, and then I've just been using goodwill to kind of get it done. And so it's actually about $60,000, maybe $80,000 of effort and actual services that are going into this from just sheer goodwill with a few $1,000s outlay. So for the whole thing. So yeah, that's what we can do with trust. Any passing thoughts for anybody, or any questions, or like anything that I need to know in the next 24 hours?
I just want to say, I had no idea that this whole 24-hour thing was going on until I found out, like, just by scrolling some of the Discord channel. So I don't know if maybe, if there's been an announcement on the forum, on the actual passport, or how, we can spread the word to more Seeds members that this is happening, because a lot of effort. It's obviously very beautiful, a lot of amazing things happening. So
yeah,
maybe there are others like me that have no idea this is going on.
Yeah, so I did that on purpose to keep it like it's experiment without budget. I didn't want to put any expectation. So in the 11th hour, it's coming together. I've got this amazing LA location at Awa Oasia that's going to be live with like sound healing and yoga and all kinds of stuff. And then
Cool.
and then Tulsa, just like on Friday, I got the team together for broadcast quality stuff. And so now we just got our flyers made, Nyla, and well, she had Luigi do it. So we're going to send those out now. So we're going to just like spread it, and then you guys can spread it and put it through your YouTubes if you want, and try to get everybody over to the Seeds Live website. And I'll just be continuing to update that on scheduling. Eva is set, so you can tune into Eva, just even her Twitch stream. That's great. But if you want to go into the world, that's great. If the idea is if you get a couple people to go in, that's good. But this is new. You want to have headphones on when you're in VR worlds. Otherwise, you have the reverb problem. And that's the main thing. Just make sure you have headphones on. And if you have headphones on, then that's good. And then I'm going to ask him to turn down that ambient sound in the main world there if it's too loud. And then in Ozone, when you go into the Ozone world, our Seeds or the Ascendia, when you go into those, you'll be able to see an audio thing where you can control the ambient, the multiplayer, or the people, and then also the live stream, which is coming from the screen. And so we'll be pumping in our content into the VR world so that you guys can go into the VR world and like hang out in groups and like watch, listen, talk, and just like brainstorm about where are we going to take it from here, because we're going to design the entire Seeds universe from here. This is the seed of the Seeds universe. So so it's going to be like literally we need 10,000 people working on this by the end of next year, in the whole picture. We want to use these technologies to bring the people together. So cool. So yeah, just pump it out. Watch the Discord, watch the Telegram. The posters will come out, but you can go ahead and send Seeds Live out to your networks if you want. That's fine. Yeah. Cool. And then Kobe, I want to talk to you more on like technical side, on social media side. But let's talk like next week.
Awesome. Cool. With pleasure, Basil.
Thanks. All right, guys. Thank you.
I'm now in the Seeds Live thing, and it's like, wow, mind blowing.
I made that today in like 3 hours.
insane.
I'm not a
insane.
busy
Just in a very positive way.
GoDaddy automated that for me. Thank you very much.
Just a question inside the Seeds universe. It says an account login. Is it like is it connected to my passport or something, or I need to create a new account?
No. Just set up, you know, like you can set up any of your accounts just to get in. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Yeah, because we'll be after this, we'll be hopefully working directly because I'm working with the founder of Ozone, so we'll kind of bring him in to the collaboratory and like all of our layers, we can make some magic. Yeah, cool. Thank you all.
Thank you for hosting, and thank you everybody. Very nice to meet everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Enjoy your day.
See you tomorrow. All right. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.